Hi, I'm Dan Lozama with $1 Energy. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the system options you have as a customer. So one of the things that you want to decide when you're buying a system, you're going to want to know what kind of panels do I want to get. You're going to ask yourself what kind of inverter system do I want, and what kind of railing system, and who do I want to install it. So the panels are really all very standardized these days. You know, they all produce DC power. That goes to an inverter system, which converts it to AC power, and then it goes to usable energy into your house. The main difference with panels is the manufacturers, the name brand, their warranties, and there's some variation there, but that's something we'll talk about at a different time. One of the big decisions you need to make is what kind of inverter system do I want? There's a lot of choices out there, and there's a lot of ramifications down the road for what you choose going into this. So your first choice is a string inverter system. This is a string inverter right here, made by SMA. In this system, the solar panels are strung in series on the roof in parallel, and you run DC power down the side of the house. In this case, we got it going in here to your inverter. From there, it's AC power out and usable into your house. As you can see, the string inverter is rather large. It can be mounted inside the house or outside the house. The string inverter comes with a standard 10-year warranty. Your second option is microinverters. This is a microinverter right here, made by Enphase. In this system, you have solar panels on the roof, and underneath each panel, you've got a microinverter like this, right there. The microinverter changes the energy from DC to AC on the roof, and you run AC lines down to the house and directly into your circuit panel. So there's no need to mount a large string inverter anywhere in the house, anywhere inside or outside. You still need a disconnect switch though. The microinverters, the advantage of the microinverters is they have a 25-year standard warranty. That's one of the big advantages. Second advantage is that you have panel level monitoring standard with this. So you can log on your computer and you can see the power output of each one of your panels individually when you have microinverters. Your third option would be to use a string inverter with a power optimizer of some sort. So Tigo is a company that manufactures what they call a maximizer. And in this situation, you need a string inverter like you have here, and you have a little maximizer, a little box like this on the back of your panels on the roof here. What they do is they maximize the power coming out of each one of your panels, and then they send DC power down to your standard string inverter again. The advantage of having this is it comes with you're basically buying a new monitoring system. Okay, so they also mitigate any shade problem. So in a standard string inverter with no optimizers, no maximizers, if one panel is shaded, all the other panels in that string will be reduced in production by a lot. So shade is the enemy of solar systems. If you got one panel that's shaded and you got a string inverter, you're going to have problems with all those panels. When you have an optimizer like this, it eliminates that problem. This particular optimizer, Tigo, has got a very nice web monitoring platform with it also. It's really nice to be able to look and see the production of each one of your panels. Okay, your last option is a string inverter with a power optimizer. So SolarEdge is a company that makes this little guy here. Same situation, you've got the optimizers on the roof going down, DC power down to a string inverter. The only thing is you have to have the SolarEdge brand string inverter to work with the optimizers. You also have a very nice web monitoring platform that's comes standard with the product, and it has a very good price point. So that's another option for you. The last thing I wanted to say is that with all these options you have, you want to also take into consideration, do I want my system to be expandable in the future? Do you want to add panels later on? Do I want to add a battery backup system in the future? So a lot of people are very interested in kind of taking their house off the grid or some circuits. So those decisions will weigh in also on what kind of product you want to get. So if you want to add panels in the future, Enphase is a really good one because you can simply add panels very easily. If you want to add a battery system to in the future, you want to probably use a regular string inverter like SMA or another brand. You can't use Solar Edge, and you can't use the microinverters if you want to add batteries later on. So, a lot to soak in. I hope that helped. Thank you very much.